the love that we both share for Reginald, I feel like we should be on the same page.
No, I agree. And I'm sorry, I never got a chance to say thank you for taking Reggie, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, my son needed me, and I left. But now he's missing. Just failed him as a mom, you know?
It'll be okay. One second.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come
Yes,
from
I will be there in 30 minutes.
Tracy from Lily's
Okay, thank you.
Your leg hurt too, huh?
Nah, I'm just, you know,
Yeah,
I feel pretty
everything
good.
good.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Don't touch your face.
I
Thank
don't
you.
feel
Thanks
sure,
for coming too. Thank
you
you
know,
for that.
like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
destroyed a multi-billion-dollar industry. Nobody believed me at first, but now everybody wants a pair.
So as Donald Trump continues to try to cover up his dark past, he started, a week and a half ago or so now, saying that the DOJ said the Epstein list doesn't exist, and they're just shutting down further investigation. Then over the weekend, Donald Trump says it's a massive hoax created by James Comey and Obama and Clinton. And then you fast forward this week, and he says you're like a loser and you're stupid if you believe that the Epstein, I guess, sex trafficking ring or files are real. The pressure continued to build, and then Donald Trump wrote a post, okay, I'm ordering Pam Bondi to release, and this was the language used, the pertinent grand
This is the right cash out. I don't nobody say they sent that to the wrong people.
well, and I think that was a way that Donald Trump was
Y'all
trying
help me
to
out with something to
appease
eat.
his
I'm good.
supporters, who he called stupid. But as I'm about to explain,
Feed the hungry.
it is a complete red herring. It is a total distraction.
Feed
And the grand jury testimony,
hungry.
if it is ever released, probably
This is the right cash app. I don't want no nobody say they ain't sent it. They sent it to the wrong person. It's right there.
That are out there, which have been described as being a little over 300 gigabytes. So let me break this down and let me bring in Harry Littman, a former top federal prosecutor. You were the top federal prosecutor in the Western District of Pennsylvania and a top federal prosecutor at the Department of Justice. You're very familiar with the grand jury process. You're very familiar with federal criminal procedure. So you know, for example, Harry, about grand jury secrecy, Rule 6E. There's a very strong presumption that what happens in the grand jury can't be produced unless there are some real exceptional showings or exceptional circumstances that can be provided. So it's not even up to the Department of Justice here to say, hey, we're going to release it. They have to file a petition with a federal judge. And so there is some exceptional need right now to turn over this grand jury testimony. Separate and aside from the grand jury testimony, the FBI has a file outside of the grand jury stuff, which is secret. I mean, the FBI has a file, and as it's been described, that includes different types of logs from Epstein's islands. That includes a number. My dogs are all worked up about it. That includes surveillance footage. The FBI did wiretaps between Epstein and other people. There's a lot of data if the FBI wanted to turn things over that they had. They wouldn't have to go through this process, right, of going through Rule 6E grand jury testimony material. Now, as the name implies, grand jury testimony, it's just that. It's not the witness, statements taken by the FBI. It is limited to testimony that's taken in front of a grand jury in order to prosecute Epstein and Elaine. So also, Harry, as you talk about it, my view is it's only really going to be focused on them, and it's going to be directed by the United States Attorney in that grand jury room to get the indictment of the people that they're looking to get. And so you're not going to see a lot of stuff potentially about the list, the other co-conspirators, the way, if it wasn't specifically on point, in that case. So also when you look at this motion that was filed late Friday afternoon for the United States in front of the district court, federal court in the Southern District of New York, it says United States motion to unseal grand jury transcripts. And when you read it, it says the Department of Justice will work with the United States Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York to make appropriate redactions of victim-related information and other personal identifying information